As the tune goes, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, not if you got the cold, or stuck in an airport in Europe, or even if you're an EPL fan. The weather is wreaking havoc, but closer to home, it's been very wet and very good, especially if you're a Malaysian football fan, because finally, we have something to shout about. Hi there, I'm Patrick and welcome to another edition of the Midweek Highlight Show from the stadium at Hoohaa.my. This is a football special episode, as there has never been a high like the present for Malaysian football fans. This after we qualified for the Suzuki Cup finals after a 14-year lapse. The target Malaysia had going into the competition was a semi-final berth. But they outdid themselves, not just by qualifying for the finals, but beating the defending champions Vietnam en route. Though Vietnam were without 7 of their regular players and fielded a young side, well, so did Malaysia. Many that were featured in last year's SEA Games gold medal winning team were replaced by a younger squad, and boy were they a disciplined side. Great result for Malaysia in the home tie, winning it 2-0, and in the return leg at Hanoi held the reigning champions to a scoreless draw, thus going through on a 2-0 aggregate win. We will meet Indonesia in the two-legged final after they brushed the Philippines aside, also with a 2-0 aggregate. It was 1-0 in both legs played in Indonesia. That's because the Philippines do not have an AFC-certified stadium, so they were a little disadvantaged. As for Malaysia, it was down to this man, Muhammad Safi Saleh, who got both goals in the first semi-final. And of course, this guy, head coach K. Rajagopal. Well done, coach. You've surpassed expectations and you've brought back a momentary buzz among Malaysian football fans. Just keep the momentum going. After all, what have you got to lose? What most fans are talking about is the work ethic of this young Malaysian team. The defense is solid, especially the 2 central defenders. The keeper has a steady pair of hands and the team works as a unit. All that's missing is the accuracy of the final ball, which will come in time, because pundits are commenting on how the Malaysian side is peaking at the right time in the tournament. The first of the two-legged semi-final will be played here in the National Stadium on Sunday, while the return leg will be in Jakarta on Wednesday, the 29th. Just a quick note, even Malaysia's new jersey by Nike looks good. IMHO. From the showers of adulation in the equator to an Arctic spell that has blanketed Britain and Europe, as most matches in the EPL were postponed. The much-awaited Premier League clash between Chelsea and Man United, along with 6 other ties, were called off due to bad weather. Only 3 matches went on as scheduled, and at a time when fans of the 2 title contenders, Chelsea and United, were left disappointed, fully knowing that both sides were getting their form back. Anyway, the 3 matches went on, left the table looking like this. Not much difference. Sunderland beat Bolton 1-0 and moved above them into 5th, while West Ham held Blackburn to a 1-0 draw at Ewood Park. And the shock result was 10-man Everton, who beat Man City 2-1 at Eastlands. And here are the string of fixtures coming up in the Premier League in the span of a little over a week. Boxing Day kicks off what's effectively match day 18. And there's a big clash between Arsenal and Chelsea on Monday. Then, right up till the 5th of January, providing no weather disruptions, each team will play 4 matches in an 11-day period, ending with that Arsenal-Man City matchup. And who knows what the league will look like after the Christmas-New Year run. And the Premier League is the only league that is identifiable by its Christmas run of fixtures, as continental Europe start their winter break. The Italian Serie A will be on a vacanza. Very nice, huh? But over the weekend, Milan's lead was cut to 3 after a shock home loss. Milan suffered a 1-0 home defeat to Roma, while hot on their heels are Napoli and Lazio, who picked up all 3 points with home wins. Juventus' Champions League spot is in jeopardy after they only managed to draw away at Chievo, as Roma's win over Milan puts them just 2 points behind the old lady. Inter, who will only get back to Serie A action next year, gave Rafa Benitez some breathing space after they secured their first trophy under him. Inter bagged the Club World Cup after an easy win over TP Mazembe from Congo. The tournament pits the club champions from each continent against each other. Though in the league, Inter are under pressure due to their poor performance, but just check this out. This trophy adds to their Champions League, Serie A and Italian Cup titles, plus the European and Italian Super Cups they already hold. Now they have to bring that form back to the Serie A and save Benitez from getting the boot. And just so you know, the Italian league will be on vacanza until the 6th of January. Now to the German Bundesliga, and just when you thought that it was becoming quite a predictable season, the Germans humorous with a topsy-turvy weekend of results. Leaders Borussia Dortmund suffered their first away loss, making it only their 2nd defeat of the season, going down to a solitary goal at Eintracht Frankfurt. Mainz picked up 3 points on the road while Bayer Leverkusen only managed to draw at home with Freiburg. Hanover lost to Nuremberg while Bayern Munich won a thrilling away game against Stuttgart by 5 goals to 3. Hamburg were 2-1 away winners at Borussia Mönchengladbach while Senior Raul scored a hat-trick in Schalke's 3-0 win over Cologne. Not to worry, Dortmund fans, you still have a 10-point lead. And if you're thinking about complacency, come on, these are Germans. Complacency doesn't exist in their vocabulary. The German league will be on a whirl-up or on vacation till the 15th of January. Still wondering why the British opt to play in the cold? Let's just move on to the Spanish Primera Liga, where Barcelona still edge Real Madrid going into their Christmas break. Barca lead by 2 points after they bagged a win in the Catalan derby against Espanyol, thumping their rivals 5-1. Madrid claimed a slender 1-0 away win at Sevilla. This is Sevilla's 5th loss in a row, where Madrid had 7 players yellow carded, including a red card for Carvalho in a very heated match. Villarreal had a home win, while Valencia claimed an away win over Real Sociedad. Getafe and Atletico Madrid picked up vital away wins. The Spanish Primera Liga will have a shorter break this season and will resume its fixtures on the 3rd of January. Thankfully, the EPL fixtures will continue because there's only so much time you can spend with your relatives before somebody gets hurt real bad. Anyway, in our final parting shot before we take a break for the celebrations in anticipation of a hectic year ahead, I'd like to leave you with one of the most memorable sporting events of the year, when Spain won the World Cup. Here's the 2 Spanish commentators celebrating Iniesta's goal against Holland. Until January 2011, season's greetings from the entire team and have a safe journey home. From all of us at Hoohaa.my, Feliz Navidad and a Happy New Year.
Iniesta para él va ese balón. Él le cae a Cesc Fábregas. Vamos, ahora para Iniesta. Iniesta. ¡Chuta Iniesta! ¡Gol! 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 ¡Iniesta de mi vida! ¡Gol! 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 ¡De Iniesta!